Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are starting with a very important practical topic, greetings in Greek. Whether you're using Greek in everyday life or preparing for the Pistopis Elinomathios exam, knowing how to greet people properly is essential. In this lesson we'll cover the A1 and A2 level greetings, starting with the most common way to say hi or hello in Greek. I'll say each word or phrase clearly. I'll repeat it so you can listen and practice. And pause, repeat, and come back to this video whenever you need. Let's get started. Enjoy this lesson on greetings in Greek. My name is George Lambru, and I invite you to take a 1-hour free demo class and see how you too can speak, read, and even translate Greek right from your very first lesson. The alphabet? No problem. Greek noun gender? Still no problem. Let me show you that Greek is much easier than you think. You will find my contact details in the description below, and I am looking forward to hearing from you. Greek greetings show respect, warmth, and connection. They are a key part of daily life, opening conversations and building trust. A simple kalimera can create an instant friendliness and community. Ya, ya. It's a casual and friendly way to say hi or hello in Greek. It's short, easy to use, and it works in almost any situation, with friends, family, or even strangers in informal settings. You can use it any time of day. So it is ya, as in hi in English, hi, ya. Yasu, yasu. So a quick yasu means hi or hello in Greek, and it's used when you're speaking to one person in an informal way, like a friend, a classmate, or someone your own age. It's a very friendly and natural greeting. You can use this at any time of day, when you meet someone, or even when you say goodbye casually. So that is yasu, yasu. Yasas, yasas also means hi or hello, but we use it in formal situations or when speaking to more than one person. It is polite and respectful, perfect for when you meet someone older, a stranger, or a group. Repeat after me slowly. Yasas, yasas, and now a little faster. Yasas, yasas. Let's look at the origin of these greetings and what they mean. In Greek, many greetings come from the word υγεία, which means health. So you may know the word hygiene. That is where we get the word hygiene from. So when you say yasu or yasas, you're actually wishing someone good health, a tradition that goes back to ancient times. It's a warm and meaningful way to greet someone, not just a hello, but a wish for their well-being. Taleme, taleme is a very common and friendly way to say see you in Greek. You can use it with friends, classmates, or anyone you're speaking to casually, and it works whether you're talking to one person or a group. So it literally means we'll say things, in other words, or we'll talk again. So, taleme, taleme. Kalimera, kalimera means good morning or good day in Greek. We use it as a greeting when we say hello in the morning or early in the day, usually until 12 midday, but you'll hear it used up to and around 1 or 2 p.m. So, kalimera, kalimera, kalimera. You'll see here how it is constructed with the word for good, the feminine word for good, kali, and the word for day, imera, imera, and together, kalimera. Kalimera is the simple and friendly version used with people you know well or in informal situations. Kalimera sas is a more polite or formal version when you're greeting more than one person. The word sas means to you, plural or formal. Let's say them together. Kalimera, kalimera sas. Kalimera, kalimera sas. Both are warm and respectful greetings. Καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό μεσημέρι is a polite way to say good midday or enjoy your early afternoon. You might hear it around 12 to 2 p.m., especially when people are saying goodbye before lunchtime. Καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό απόγευμα. Καλό απόγευμα. Καλό απόγευμα means good afternoon. It is used most often when you're saying goodbye in the afternoon, usually after 2 or 3 p.m., especially after lunch. Απόγευμα means after lunch. Καλό απόγευμα. Καλό απόγευμα. Καλό βράδυ. Καλό βράδυ. Καλό βράδυ is a polite way to say, have a good evening. It is most often used when someone is leaving in the evening, like after dinner or as night begins. Καλό means good, and vradi means evening. Καλό βράδυ. Καλό βράδυ. Kalispera. Kalispera. Kalispera means good evening, and it is used as a greeting when you're arriving somewhere in the late afternoon or early evening, usually after 4 or 5 p.m., but even as early as 12 midday. So when do Greeks use kalispera? Technically, it means good evening, and it's associated with later in the day. In practice, many Greeks start using kalispera just after midday, especially in shops, offices, or formal situations. Kalispera, kalispera, and the more formal version, kalisperasas. Kalisperasas. Kali nichta. Kali nichta. Kali nichta means good night, and we use it when we are saying goodbye late in the evening, usually when someone's next activity is to go to sleep, to go to bed. The more polite, formal, or plural version is kalinichtasas. Kalinichtasas, which means good night to you. Kalinichtasas. Ti kanis. Ti kanis. Ti kanis means how are you? It's the informal version when you're speaking to one person you know well, like a friend or a classmate. Tikanis. The formal or polite version is tikanete. Tikanete, which you use when speaking to a stranger, someone older, or more than one person. Τι κάνεις? Τι κάνετε? Τι κάνεις? Τι κάνετε? We've already seen τι κάνεις and τι κάνετε, which both mean how are you? Now how do you answer? A short and quick καλά, which means well, or I'm good, I'm well. So, τι κάνεις? Καλά. Τι κάνετε? Καλά. This is one of the most common greetings and responses in Greek, short, easy, and friendly. Καλά. If someone asks you, how are you? And you're doing great, you can say, πολύ καλά, πολύ καλά, which means very well, very well. Πολύ means very, καλά means well. So this is a strong, positive, and friendly answer. Πολύ καλά. Πολύ καλά. Another fun and natural way to say, I'm very well, in Greek is μια χαρά. Μια χαρά. It literally means a joy or a delight. But we use it just like, I'm great, all good. It's cheerful, friendly, and very common in everyday conversation. So say it with me. Μια χαρά. Μια χαρά. Use this when you feel really good or just want to sound relaxed and positive. If you're not feeling great, but not bad either, you can say έτσι κι έτσι, έτσι κι έτσι. Έτσι κι έτσι. It means so-so or okay, not much to say. It literally means like this, like that. Not good, not too bad. So if we say it slowly, έτσι κι έτσι. So έτσι means like this. The κι actually is the word and without the alpha, just abbreviated, κι. And then again like this. But we mean like this and like that. Έτσι κι έτσι. So if we say it naturally, έτσι κι έτσι. It is a very common and honest reply when your day is just ordinary. Έτσι κι έτσι. Έτσι κι έτσι. When you're not feeling well or your day is going badly, you can say χάλια, χάλια, χάλια. It means terrible or awful. It's a strong word but common in casual conversation, especially if you're tired, sick, or just having a rough day. So, χάλια, χάλια. Here are two ways to say thank you in Greek. First, ευχαριστώ. 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 This is the standard everyday form. Then, σας ευχαριστώ. Σας ευχαριστώ. This version is more formal and extra polite, used when addressing someone with respect or in professional situations. You can also use σας ευχαριστώ, I thank you, in the plural form when speaking to more than one person, formal or informal. The word σας means you in the formal or plural sense and adds a little more politeness. Here's how to ask and answer, how are you, in informal Greek. You ask, τι κάνεις? This means, what are you doing? But is commonly used for how are you, with friends or people your age. To respond, you can say, καλά ευχαριστώ. Και εσύ? Kala evcharisto. Ke esi? That means I'm well, thank you. And you? Again, using the informal esi. Tikanis. Kala evcharisto. Ke esi? Now, let's look at the formal or plural way to ask, how are you? You say, tikanete. Tikanete. This is used when speaking politely to one person or when addressing more than one person. A typical answer would be, Kala evcharisto. Ke esis? Kala evcharisto. Ke esis? That means I'm well, thank you. And you? Using the formal or plural form esis. Tikanete. Kala evcharisto. Ke esis? To say I am happy to meet you in Greek, you can simply say charika, charika. It's short and friendly, and it literally means I was pleased or I felt joy, with the idea I was pleased to meet you. You'll hear it often right after introductions, and you would probably be shaking hands at that point when you say it. Charika, charika. To say I am very happy to meet you, you can say charika poli. Charika poli. The word poli means very, so this is just a warmer, slightly more polite version of charika. It's perfect for first-time meetings in both casual and respectful settings. And once again, you would probably be shaking hands at the point when you say it. Charika. Charika poli. Another way to say I am very glad to meet you is hieropoli. Hieropoli. This literally means I rejoice greatly or am very pleased. It's slightly more formal than charika, and you'll often hear it during introductions in polite settings. Hieropoli. Hieropoli. Here we have hierome. Hierome. Which means I'm glad or I'm happy. It's a bit more general than nice to meet you, but you'll sometimes hear it used in that context also. Grammatically, it's the present tense, I am glad, and can be used as part of a longer phrase like hierome puse gnorizo. Hierome puse gnorizo. I am glad to meet you. In the formal sense, you could say hierome pu sas gnorizo. Hierome pu sas gnorizo. Also, I'm glad to meet you. So, hierome. Hierome. Here is an example of a friendly, informal conversation. Listen closely to how greetings, responses, and casual goodbyes are used naturally. You'll hear phrases like greetings, polite replies, and informal closings. You can download all English translations for this and other dialogues from our website. Yasu, Kalimera Maria, Tikanis, Miachara, Ke Esi, Polikala, Evcharisto, Taleme, Taleme, and once again, Yasu, Kalimera Maria, Tikanis, Miachara, Ke Esi, Polikala, Evcharisto, Taleme, Taleme. Here is another example of a friendly, informal conversation. So once again, pay attention to the orange highlights showing the informal form. Kalimera Maria. Kalimera Costa. Tikanis. Kala esi. Miachara. Once again. Kalimera Maria. Kalimera Costa. Tikanis. Kala esi. Miachara. This is an example of a polite, formal conversation. Notice the use of formal expressions like sas and tikanete, which are highlighted in orange. These show respect and are used in professional or unfamiliar settings. Listen to the tone and structure. Everything here is appropriate for addressing someone politely. Yasas. Kalispera. Tikanete. Polikala efcharisto. Και εσείς. Μια χαρά. And once again. Γεια σας, καλησπέρα. Τι κάνετε? Πολύ καλά, ευχαριστώ. Και εσείς? Μια χαρά. This is a formal exchange between two people using polite language. Notice how they address each other using titles Kyria and Kyrie, and how they use sas and tikanete, all highlighted in orange to show the formal tone. This kind of dialogue is typical in professional or respectful settings, such as meeting someone for the first time or speaking with a superior. Kalispera sas, Kyria Vasiliou. Kalispera sas, Kyrie Georgiou. Τι κάνετε? Πολύ καλά. Εσείς? Πολύ καλά. Ευχαριστώ. Kalispera sas, Kyria Vasiliou. Kalispera sas, Kyrie Georgiou. Τι κάνετε? Πολύ καλά. Εσείς? Πολύ καλά. Ευχαριστώ. This is an informal conversation where both speakers are having a bit of a rough day. Notice how etsi means so-so and chalia expresses that someone is feeling really bad. The parts in orange again highlight informal expressions like tikanis and esi, used between friends. Maria, tikanis? Έτσι. Εσύ? Αχ, κι εγώ, χάλια. And again. Maria, τι κάνεις? Έτσι. Εσύ? Αχ, κι εγώ, χάλια. This dialogue shows how greetings work in both formal and informal situations. Notice how Pavlo starts off with Yasas. That's a plural or polite way of saying hello, often used when greeting more than one person. Then the others respond with Yasu, the informal version, because they are speaking directly to him in a casual setting. Yasas. Yasu Pavlo. Από εδώ η Viera. Γεια σου Viera. Γεια σου Pavlo. And again. Γεια σας. Γεια σου Pavlo. Από εδώ η Viera. Γεια σου Viera. Γεια σου Pavlo. This slide focuses on the new phrase introduced here. Από εδώ η Viera. Από εδώ η Viera, which means this is Viera. Or let me introduce Vera. The word ezo is a shortened form of ezo, meaning here. You can also use que apodó to introduce the second person. So we have apodó y Vera. Now we see how to introduce people in Greek using the phrase apodó, which means this is. In the first example, Kostas introduces Vera to Yorgos. In the second, Yorgos introduces Kostas to Vera. After each introduction, both respond with charika, meaning nice to meet you. Notice how the masculine names drop the sigma, the S, when they are being spoken directly to. Let's take a look. Apollo y Vera, charika Vera, charika Yorgo. And the second example. Apollo o Kostas, charika Costa, charika Vera. This short exchange shows a polite and affectionate greeting. Panayotis says, Yassas Kyrie Andrea, using formal language and a title showing respect. Kyrios Andreas replies warmly with, Yasu Panayotimu, switching to informal and adding mu, which means my, a sign of affection or familiarity. The parts in orange highlight this shift in tone from formal to warm and personal. This could be a younger person greeting a mature family friend or relative. The response shows a closer relationship or affection from Kyrios Andreas. Yassas, Kyrie Andrea. Yasu, Panayotimu. Yassas, Kyrie Andrea. Yasu Panayotimu. This is a simple informal introduction between friends. Tim greets Ken and introduces someone with the phrase Apollo y Liz, meaning this is Liz. Both Ken and Liz respond casually with Yasu, showing they're on informal terms. The greetings and names highlighted in orange show informal forms and direct address. Yasu Ken, Apollo y Liz. Yasu Liz. Yasu Ken. Yasu Ken, Apollo y Liz. Yasu Liz. Yasu Ken. In this informal scene, a group is meeting for the first time. Arleta calls out, Ella, edo imaste. A relaxed way of saying, here we are. Ella, edo imaste. Irvin introduces himself but thinks he's speaking to Sophia. So he asks, Esi, ise y Sophia? Vera corrects him, saying, Ochi, then ime y Sophia. Ime y Vera. Then Sophia finally confirms, Ego ime y Sophia. This is a great example of how you can practice both introductions and clarifying identities in everyday conversations. Ella, εδώ είμαστε. Ja, είμαι ο Έρβιν. Εσύ είσαι η Σοφία? Όχι, δεν είμαι η Σοφία. Είμαι η Βέρα. Εγώ είμαι η Σοφία. And once again. Ella, εδώ είμαστε. Ja, είμαι ο Έρβιν. Εσύ είσαι η Σοφία? Όχι, δεν είμαι η Σοφία. Είμαι η Βέρα. Εγώ είμαι η Σοφία. In this dialogue, it shows us how to use the phrases πώς σε λένε, informal, and πώς σας λένε, for formal or plural, to ask someone's name in Greek. Both come from the verb leo, meaning I say. Lene means they say or they call. So the question really means, how do they call you? And the answer is melene, melene, they call me. Now, let's go through the dialogue. Kalimera. Γεια σου. Είμαι ο Αλεξάνδερ. Πώς σε λένε? Με λένε Yuki. Χάρηκα πολύ. Είσαι από τη Γαλλία? Όχι, είμαι από τη Ρωσία. Εσύ? Από την Ιαπωνία. And once again, Kalimera. Γεια σου. Είμαι ο Αλεξάνδερ. Πώς σε λένε? Με λένε Yuki. Χάρηκα πολύ. Είσαι από τη Γαλλία? Όχι, είμαι από τη Ρωσία. Εσύ? Από την Ιαπωνία. The following are two additional practice dialogues. Kalimera. Kalimera. Τι κάνεις? Καλά, ευχαριστώ. Εσύ? Καλά και εγώ. Πώς σε λένε? Με λένε Μαρία. Και εσύ? Με λένε Κώστα. Χάρηκα. Χάρηκα πολύ. Από πού είσαι? Είμαι από την Ελλάδα. Εσύ? Και εγώ την Ελλάδα. Πολύ ωραία. Ναι, λοιπόν, καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό μεσημέρι. Τα λέμε. The last and final dialogue. Kalimera. Kalimera. Τι κάνεις? Καλά, ευχαριστώ. Εσύ? Μια χαρά, ευχαριστώ. Πώς σε λένε? Με λένε Γιάννη. Και εσύ? Με λένε Ελένη. Χάρηκα πολύ. Χάρηκα και εγώ. Από πού είσαι? Είμαι από τη Θεσσαλονίκη. Εσύ? Εγώ από την Αθήνα. Πρώτη φορά εδώ. Αλήθεια, σου αρέσει η Θεσσαλονίκη? Ναι, πολύ. Ωραία πόλη και ωραίοι άνθρωποι. Χαίρομαι. Λοιπόν, καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό μεσημέρι. Τα λέμε.